What is up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I'm going to be doing another episode of my old trading card games. Today's game is called Chaos Heroes, as you can see from the card backs. Apart from that one's apparently just called Chaos. But I'll quickly go over the rules and then get to showing you every card in the game. Also, if you want to check out my current trading card game, the Chaos Galaxy TCG, there'll be a link to the online store in the description below, and also subscribe and check out the channel. So, today, Chaos Heroes was a pretty small game. I didn't make too many cards for it. I made 35 in total, but I could only find 27 for this video, unfortunately. And I'll quickly go over the rules. So, you have a deck of cards, and so does your opponent. The decks must have the same amount of cards in. And then you draw 3 cards from the top of your deck to start the game, and you take it in turns. So if you're going first, you play 1 card at a time, and if it's your turn, you're looking at your creature's power. So Super Armor Warrior here, he's got 400 power, and then if it's not your turn, you're using your creature's block. He's also a soldier type, and then this is just the method of attack, so you've got like Stamp and then Crush and stuff like that. He's card number 8 in the game, that's what that number is, and then the stars don't really mean anything either. But if it's our turn first, your creature's power, so out of these 3, Gravelon has the highest power, so you'd say 3, 2, 1, go. You play your Gravelon, your opponent would play a creature, and you do your creature's power against their block. So say your opponent's using Super Armor Warrior here, he's got 2000 block, so your opponent would win that round, and the Super Armor Warrior would go back to the bottom of their deck. And if your Gravelon loses, that would just be killed, and put it next to your deck there. And then you just basically go through your decks until one player runs out of cards in their deck and they lose the game. So it's very simple, and you just kind of play 1 card at a time until the game runs out. And then at the end of your turn, you go, so you have 3 cards in your hand again, so you draw another card. And then we also had a couple of cards here, the special cards. They just do other things throughout the game. So this one here, Super Sword. The card you play gets an extra 500 power. So if you want to play your Floop, let's say, you play Floop and Super Sword at the same time, and your Floop would get an extra 500 power. But then, because you've used 2 cards, you'd have to draw 2 more cards to go back to 3 at the end of your turn. So your deck kind of thins out, and you'd potentially lose the game quicker. So the special cards were a bit risky, and I didn't make very many of them. But I'll go over all the cards for the game now. And yeah, this is Chaos Heroes. So yeah, you just saw Super Armor Warrior. He's got 2000 block, which is pretty good. Anything over 1500 is considered good, really. So there's that. Floop, he's only a 2-star, so he wasn't very powerful. Although he is a card that has made it all the way through into Chaos Galaxy today. I can just... There we go. So this is the modern day Floop, and the card artwork's pretty much stayed the same, like all the colours and stuff. So that's quite interesting. I'll put these ones to the side. The next card, Gravelon, he has an ability as well. Some of the creatures have abilities. If the next card your opponent plays isn't rock, it loses 200 power, so this is where the type kind of comes into play. So Gravelon, not the best ability, but could potentially be useful. Okay, this one's card number 1, Barlogen. He's got 1300 power and 1400 health, and he's a soldier type, so kind of average card. Galgan Leech is the next one. Not very good stats, but if it loses, the card that beat it loses 100 power and block. So this card would die, and your opponent's card would get shuffled back into their deck, but then the next time they play in future rounds, it'll have lost 100 of every stat. Which, to be honest, isn't very much at all, so I don't see that card being like useful. We've then got Storm Dragon. Oh, this is a shiny as well, as you can see. By the S there and the glitter when you tilt it. 2400 power, so he's really good. And this is also kind of the basis for Vizuzu in Chaos Galaxy today. We've got Rocktail Pterodactyl. Oh, these ones were the ancient type. The ancient type, I think, is a cool concept. It had like dinosaurs and like mythical creatures from Greek mythology, which is really interesting. I'd love to incorporate this into some kind of game I make today. But if the next card you play is another ancient card, it gets an extra 500 power but loses 500 block. So that's good, kind of depending on whose turn it is. So you'd have to be quite skillful with that card. We've then got Annihilatron, and if this card wins, your next card leads. So that means you kind of get 2 goes in a row. You get to use your power twice in a row. Then got Magmul, which is a Chaos Galaxy card, but it looks nothing like this, thank God. This looks like a pile of caramel with a giant nose. And his attack is Melt. We've then got Bob. who's one of the weakest cards in the game, and he pops himself for his attack. Then Spineback Serpent, another water card with 2,200 block, which is good. And this card again exists in Chaos Galaxy today. Same name and everything. Then got Searchlight, and when you play this card, you get to look at all the cards in your opponent's hand. We've then got Floop de Floop, which didn't make it through to Chaos Galaxy, but it could do. If there's anything you want to see in Chaos Galaxy, comment down below, because I really enjoy sometimes remaking old cards, so this would definitely be quite fun. But to play this, you must have a Floop that's somewhere in your deck or dead pile. So I guess that was just your graveyard. Or then this one, this was my favourite, I think. 12-headed War Snake, again it's a shiny. Although only some of its heads are shiny, I guess I had quite a limited amount of shiny pens when I was this age. I think I made this game when I was about 13 or 14. It was just before, it was the game before I made Evolver's TCG. So yeah, but anyway, 7 stars with 2,400 block and 2,200 power, so he was one of the best in the game. And again, the ancient type. I guess it's going off like a Greek mythological Hydra, so that's pretty cool. We've got Swordster Man, with his camo pants. And Jubba Lubba, not a very good card. And Shield Bug, with a whopping 1,900 block, that's good. And then Cataplonk, another one that is currently in the Chaos Galaxy TCG, although I much prefer this artwork to that. And every time this card blocks and wins, you kill the bottom card of your opponent's deck, so he's pretty powerful. You could potentially knock a few cards off your opponent and win you the game. Although his block isn't very good, I guess you'd have to combo him off with something else. We've then got Burning Beast. Not sure what kind of beast that was supposed to be, but anyway. Oh, we've then got Thousand Eyed Fish, another Chaos Galaxy card. Although the artwork of this one has changed quite a lot. Good block though. We've then got Pebble, and this reads your next card gets an extra 400 power and block for 1 turn. So that's quite a big boost. We've then got, I guess you could call this an archetype. We have the Cloudy Bob archetype, although none of them have anything to do with each other. So we've got Cloudy Bob, Rain Cloudy Bob, and Storm Cloudy Bob is the big boss, although they, like, nothing, no abilities or anything link any of these cards together. So yeah, that's the archetype. Storm Cloudy Bob's pretty good, 2,100 block. Although I kind of think with the artwork, it looks like Storm and Rain Cloudy Bob are going to the toilet a bit, especially his eye. He looks like he's trying to force something. No, I'm going to stop there. Next up we've got Steckblade. This is the last creature number 30. And when this card dies, you get to play any bug from your dead pile next turn. So I guess you could have a bug themed deck there. 1,700 power is quite good too. And then the special cards, I could only find 2 out of the 5 that I made. Like I said, I didn't make too many, and that was because if you draw like 3 or more special cards in your opening hand, then you kind of couldn't really do anything. That was a bit of a flaw in the game. Yeah, Super Sword gives a creature an extra 500 power. And this one, Reinforcements. This was kind of a permanent card, so you'd play it, and then you were allowed 4 cards in your hand in total. So that could give you quite a big advantage. Although these guys in the artwork don't look too happy about being Reinforcements. So yeah, they're all the cards. So guys, let me know what you think of this TCG. I know there are a few cards missing. I counted 27 that I've shown you today, but I can seem to remember that there was about a 35 card count, so there must be 8, maybe even more cards missing from the game, which is frustrating, including a boss monster, because right now the strongest card we have is the 12-headed War Snake, but I can imagine I made a much stronger card that had way more than 7 stars, because 7 is kind of a random number to have as the strongest card in the game. But anyway, let me know what your favourite card in this game is. I'll have a look for the others if you like the game and you'd like to see more of it. I think my favourite has to be the 12-headed War Snake. It's a very cool card and I remember loving it at the time. And all the ancient cards as well, I thought they were kind of cool concept. So yeah, let me know what your favourite card is. But apart from that, Floop de Floop I think is pretty cool as well. I could definitely think about adding that into the Chaos Galaxy. But yeah, let me know what your favourite card from this game is. Let me know if you like the idea of the game or if there's anything you'd like to see brought forward with it. But yeah, apart from that, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to get your hands on any Chaos Galaxy cards, like the up-to-date version of the cards you see here, there'll be a link to the online store in the description below. But apart from that, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.